One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Hello my friends and welcome. My name is Dennis and as you probably know, I'm the airline pilot. Let's start our live stream. I'll get myself a little bit lower. So let's just check the audio. So how's the audio? Tell me, as usual. Swain, nice to see you here. Hi. How is the audio, my friends? Just type in the comment section. It's good. Thanks. So let's start. Yeah, thank you, Sven. So today is gonna be the live stream. I don't know how long it will continue. Probably a couple of the hours. We'll see. First, I'm collecting the donations for probably the simulator video. So I have the simulator video. It's gonna be published, I think, this week. I already flown it, and yeah, I'm collecting the funds to fly the new flight simulator to create some kind of new video. If you want to participate, there is the link here. It's just say that the link is under this video in a video description itself, so you may participate joining donation alerts because the super chat of YouTube is not available here in Ukraine. Yeah, thank you so much. I will moderate the comments. If I'll see some kind of disturbing comments, I'll delete it, so I'll be the moderator myself today. But anyways, you can ask me any kind of questions. It's just talkative live stream. We're gonna talk with each other today. I'm gonna read your questions, answer them, and your comments as well. That's it. So hello my friends. Hey Dennis, I'm your big fan. Thank you so much. I saw that you was able to speak Russian. Yeah, I can speak Russian. It's my mother language. Even though I'm Ukrainian, but I started to speak Russian because in my family we speak Russian, and lots of people here in Ukraine, they speak Russian. So it is the English speaking channel. Only English is here. There are not many viewers here, just 63 for now, but I expect this number to rise. Anyways, it's the interesting time for the live stream, quite late for me. It's 8 p.m. here in Ukraine. Can you make a video of category 3 ILS? I already did. You may search on my channel, category 3 automatic approach and landing on Boeing 737. I fly Boeing 737. That is why I did the video automatic approach and landing on this category 3A on Boeing 737 with a detailed description on a chalkboard that I have. Sir, can you please explain relation between cell electric temperature, flex temperature, takeoff thrust, outside air temperature? Flex temperature you use on Airbus, on Boeing 737 we use reduce. So depends on factors, depends on the weather, on the airplane performance, on the runway conditions. You may select the reduced temperature or flex temperature on Airbus. That is how you reduce the engine thrust on a takeoff, and that is how you prolong the engine life. Okay. Dennis, did you ever fly to Germany? If yes, did you ever fly to Frankfurt and Maine? I have a video on my channel, probably 2 of the videos, maybe 1, the approach and landing Frankfurt airport. Yes, I've flown there quite a lot of times. I like this airport. Okay, what do you think about Russia-Ukraine event? Yeah, it's actually the problem for Ukraine. Firstly, it's not a conflict for now. Yeah, they are gathering the forces on the border. Now we have just panic on the markets, panic in aviation as well, because you might know that some of the airlines, they quit flying to Ukraine. But the life didn't change here. It's not changing. I just went to the supermarkets, I just walk on the streets, everything as it was like 3 months ago, 1 year ago. So no change for our life. I don't know why this mainstream media just put so many panic in that. I don't know, but for me, I do not believe that the conflict starts. I just do not believe, because it will be this very stupid action from Russia to get here. No one waits them here, I would say. So it's kind of stupid if they would go here. So no one believes. It's like going to the neighbor for fight, and he got some weapons, and yeah, well, it's terrible. The situation is terrible, not because of the actual events, but because of the panic, But I hope, I'm sure that everything will be fine. No worries. Does weather radar show all altitudes? Can you select certain altitude on the radar? There are some of the radars that you can control actually the altitude. There are modern type of the weather radars on the Boeing 737s. And we have all type of weather radars where you just have the pitch control of the weather radar antenna. So you just select the scale, like from 0 degrees up to until 15 degrees and down. So you can control in a different way, depends on what kind of weather radar do you have. And they also have the automatic mode as usual. There's one type of weather radar that doesn't have this automatic mode, so you have to control it manually. But mainly, if you put the automatic mode, it actually deflects the antenna automatically. Depends on your pitch, on your basically if you descend, it will deflect it upwards. If you climb, it will put it downwards. So it controls it in automatic mode mostly. But yeah, you can select particular flight level on new type of weather radars. Do you fly other planes or just the Boeing 737? For now, I have the Boeing 737 rating, so I can fly this airplane in commercial flights, and I also have the single engine piston rating, so I can fly single engine piston airplanes, land airplanes, not seaplanes. Have you ever flown to Hamburg airport? If yes, how do you like the airport? I don't remember if I've flown there. Probably not. Do you have flight to Istanbul this month? No, this month I have just flight to Dubai and Delhi, but because of the situation they have on the aviation market, some of the airlines, they cancel the flight. There is the possibility that I will not fly this flight to Dubai and Delhi. There is the possibility. I still hope I'll fly it, but there is the possibility that I will just stay home. So I don't really know, my friends, what to do. I expect to, go to Dubai Expo, etc. But what I see is, I just hope I'll fly this flight. Hey, Swain, you're not a girl, yes. Yeah, Swain is a nice guy. He's from Norway. They are making superb lights for the Follow Me cars, and it's very great that you have someone in an industry who doing other type of jobs, but they support this kind of industry, special these times, by making superb products. So Swain, thank you very much for your donation, and thanks also for your support on Patreon. You're really nice guy. Thanks. If you want to contact me, there are my emails, and if you want to talk with me, I can provide you with my personal Skype, because you are my Patreon. And yeah, thank you for your support. Guys, if you want your comments just to show up like Swain did with the donation, so you may support this channel and your comment may appear, because I am unable to answer to all of the comments, so it will appear like this. it's just a test. And you saw the Swain commented, and the audio was announced. Unfortunately, I don't have the super chat here in Ukraine. It's not working, so I have to use donation alerts, one of the popular donation websites, right? Hello, it's Ilikiona from DR Congo. I have a question about the Boeing 737-800. Can you activate the toga mode by pressing the push to talk? No. No. You can activate by pushing toga button, that's it. Hi pilot, I saw Ukraine wants to stop flights in the country. Do you know any? No, Ukraine doesn't want to stop the flights inside the country. Now, from the media sources I have read just now, they want to solve the problem with the flight, with insurances, basically. So they want to provide guarantees for the aviation industry not to stop in Ukraine, but to continue operation normally. We hope if it will be solved very, very soon. Dennis, did you ever fly to Germany? Yeah, I already answered that. What is the difference between Pan Pan and Mayday? Pam Pam, yeah, Pan Pan. Actually, the Pan Pan is urgency, Mayday is emergency. Pan Pan is you require just priority to land, priority for approach, because you have the situation that does not require immediate action from everyone on ground, and you are not in imminent danger, right? If you call Mayday, it means that something goes very wrong, it's emergency, and you require assistance from the ATC, from everyone, and you are in a very troubling situation. So it's like a master caution, master warning on Airbus, on an ATR. So master caution that you have the problem, but you need to act not in a quick way, but you need to solve the situation. The master warning states that you need to act very, very quickly. Here, probably you can draw the line with this Pan Pan and Mayday. Would you ever fly in America? Sorry, I'll just drink some water. It's the water, not beer or something. There is the video on my channel. I will never be a pilot in United States of America. This market is very strange for me as a European pilot. It's very hard actually to become a captain of Boeing 737 there, because there are lots of seniority, lots of steps, lots of flight hours you need to gain. But for me, I do not see me flying in America as a commercial pilot. I hope I will stay here in Ukraine and fly as long as possible here. If I lose my job, I'll try to find some other job elsewhere. America, Africa, Asia, Emirates, probably, who knows? And yeah, because I need to fly. I'm a pilot. That's my life. Also, I'm a YouTuber. Yeah. Why do pilots say niner instead of nine? Nine means no in Germany. So in German, yeah, in Deutsch language. So then the phraseology should be used elsewhere, especially in Germany. So when you say nine, it means no. So it can be confusing, right, for the German-speaking pilots. So because of that, we use niner, right? Before it was, instead of 4, we used Fauer. So instead of 3, by the way, we speak tree. Tree, like a tree, like a plant, yeah, tree. So we say not 3, but 3. I don't know why that. I know about 9, but about 3, I don't really know. Here, what's your next flight? I hope, okay, I'll not show it, but I'll tell it to you. Sorry. I'll get to the point. Okay, I have a flight as a passenger PS371 on 19th, and on 20th I have a PS393 as active crew member, and PS394 on 21st. So I'll fly to Dubai as a passenger. From Dubai I will travel to Russelham airport, and from that airport I'll fly to Delhi. From Delhi I'll fly back to Russelham, and from that I'll fly home as a passenger. So quite a long day. Oh, sorry, so many comments, my friends. If you want your comment to appear here, just on our screen, you may go to the donation alert website. You may support the channel, and I will for sure see your comment, and I'll answer it as I did the test alert right now. So you may support this channel, support me with my channel, and that is how you can do it. Because speaking about the pilot salary, right? The pilot salary is, it depends on how many flights you have. Well, this month I have probably just a couple of flights, because it's the winter schedule. We're still in a crisis of the COVID crisis, of any kind of political crisis, and that is why we do not fly a lot in here especially. I hope we'll fly better, and that's the topic of this stream, by the way. Waiting for the summer flights. We have a nice prediction that summer will be hot, and we're gonna fly a lot, especially in Antalya, and some other charter flights. I hope we'll fly big planes again. Just hope that I'll see our beautiful 777s back in the sky. I'll go to the bottom to be updated with the comments, so if I didn't see a comment, sorry about it. Hey Dennis, since you are a captain and have a lot of experience, so till now, have you ever been in any kind of emergencies? If yes, please share it with us. Josh, yeah, thank you for your question. Actually, I have 6,700 flight hours. I'm 12 years in aviation as a commercial pilot, and I have never had any kind of emergencies. Moreover, the last flight I did, it was to Dubai just recently, 1 week ago, and I flown with the captain, because now I fly captain. Don't ask me why. We just fly like this right now on my airline. So the guy is 63 years old, and he started when he was 21. So imagine, like 34 years, right? Or how many? 42 years in aviation. He was flying for 42 years, and he never had any kind of emergencies, any kind. So even engine failures, and he flown Antonovs, he flown any kind of Boeing 737-200, Classic, NG. So all his flight career, he will be retired in 1.5 years. He never had any kind of emergencies. Just imagine how reliable the aviation is. Wow, it's crazy. How much money does a pilot make? Very interesting question. I cannot tell you my salary because it's against our regulations in my airline, but what I can tell you that you may check out any kind of information available on Google, like you may Google PIC, Pilot in Command, Boeing 737 job, and they will give you, the result will give you the salary, right? And you may like divide this salary 2 or 3 times, so make it 2 or 3 times lower, and you will understand actually the money that we'll have, maybe even 4 times lower, because as I said to you, it's COVID crisis, it's terrible times actually to become a pilot, to be a pilot, not the terrible times to become a pilot, but to be a pilot, yeah, these times are quite depressing. But I still believe that this job is good. And I came here not because of the money. I came here to fly the airplanes, and the good salary is just a big bonus as for me. But I would like to earn more, of course, as any kind of human being, right? If you work, you want to earn more, and I still think that we should have more salary as for a pilot. But as for me, I'm not here really for the salary. I have enough funds to sustain the family for now. I have projections. Maybe I want to buy a new car, new house, but I think I can wait. I'm still quite young, and I believe that I can earn the money for what I need. And I also need not a lot. I'll say it again. Jennifer, thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your great content. Love the cockpit videos. What do you like most about the Boeing 737? Well, what I like the most about the Boeing 737, that firstly it gives the feel of the airplane. So you really need to fly this airplane. So it's more manual compared to, let's say, fourth generation of the airplane. I mean, in general, the first generation airplane, it's like should be fly-by-wire airplanes like Airbuses, even Boeing 777s. So here, it's quite an old-style airplane if we compare it to the modern times that you still need to fly. You have the cables, you have just boosters, hydraulic boosters connected directly to the airfoils. Yes, there are some fuel computers, fuel elevator computers, and some of the forces, they are synthetic, they are not genuine, but they are good.
How do you combine your flying career with family life when the schedule is hectic?
I will answer that. Thanks for your support as well. Firstly, about the 737. And one more thing I like about the 737 is this airplane is very robust. So if something happens to it, if you lose both of the engines, if you lose hydraulic system, electrical system, you can still fly this airplane. You can still fly it. Just imagine how robust this airplane is, and probably if the conditions will be okay, you can safely land this airplane. It's phenomenal. Okay, the next one, potential airline pilot. Nice nickname. How do you combine your flight career with family life? Then the schedule is hectic. Well, nowadays the schedule is very nice. If we speak about the family life, so I spend lots of time with my family. As I said to you, last month I have just 3 flights, so I predict this month will be just 2 flights. Winter schedule in a crisis time, so it's very nice time to spend with your family. However, there were some of the points in my career then I have to fly very much, lots of flights. I had lots of flights, and sometimes I had the flights somewhere. I had the layovers for 5 days, for 1 week, even sometimes for 2 weeks, and that is terrible. As for me, I would like to fly from single base, to fly like people go to their offices, right? To fly from the early morning, coming back in the evening, and you're here with your family. Do 4 days like this, 2 days off, perfect, and start once again, right? Usually you might find this kind of schedule, then you fly on a low-cost carrier. If we speak about Ryanair, Wizz Air, however, they have lack of pilots somewhere here, especially in Ukraine. They have lack of pilots, of the local pilots, so they ask the Hungarian pilots, Polish pilots, or any kind of European pilots who work for them to fly from this base in Kiev, and they pay a lot for that. Not a lot, but extra. Let's say extra additional payment because they fly from another base. The different scenario is then you fly on, let's say, cargo airplane, Boeing 747 somewhere in America, and well, oh, that's quite a lot. Thank you, John. I will. I don't know why don't we have the automatic voice for your comment. Was it? I will tell anyways. Wow, why don't we have the automatic voice? I will speak for your comment. So then you fly cargo long haul for it can take like 3 months. You might fly all over the globe with different time zones, and that could be stressful indeed. So for that, I don't really like the cargo flights. I like the cargo because you fly without the passengers, you have less stress because with the passenger, say you might have some of the problems that they may got sick in the middle of the flight. You have to solve some of the problems with the customs sometimes. You have the poor passengers, you have passengers who may got sick, they can got the virus, etc. So with cargo it's more convenient, let's say, and the cargo flight they still continue in the middle of the pandemic, so it doesn't influence that, but you fly all over the globe, and yeah, so it really depends. Your lifestyle really depends on the company you fly on, the airplane you fly on. What kind of operations do you fly? Does your company do? John Kennington, I don't know why the automatic voice didn't announce your comment. Probably did. I didn't hear it. Thank you for the fantastic content. I love the travel content. Lviv looks lovely. Yeah, thank you for watching this Anton of 24 video, because I don't have lots of views on that one. I love you. I hope you stay safe in these difficult times. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, John, for your kind support. As I said in the beginning of the stream, I do not believe that the events or the panic we have in media will go to the real events, that Russia will come here, because no one is waiting here for them, and people will just reject their appearance in any kind of ways possible. So it will be very stupid action for them to come here, because I think no one, I wouldn't say that no one here likes them, but vast majority of the people, they do not expect them. Even the people who would probably support the political views, they do not also wait them here with the guns, especially. So I don't think that that operation will bring that success, and I hope the global influence will say them that it's a very stupid idea. And yeah, thank you, John, again for your support, and let's go from politics to aviation, to your comments. Many thanks, my friends, for your support, and many thanks for donations. Okay, I'll go to the bottom of the comments again. If I didn't see a question, sorry, my friends. We'll work with what we have. Hey Captain, would you fly Boeing 787 or with the Boeing 737? I like the Boeing 787, and I consider it one of the best airliners out there. But we don't have them in our airline, so we have the 777, right? And I decided, as for me, it's my they are my thoughts, just my thoughts. I would go wherever my airline would send me, to Embraer, to Boeing 737, to Boeing 777. Doesn't matter. I would agree with anything. I wouldn't probably agree with first officer position. To downgrade to the first officer position, I would argue with that. But to go to the other airplane as the same position as a captain, for example, or to go for 777, I think it's it's okay for me. I wouldn't reject this type of offers from my airline. I can stay on Boeing 737. I will do what my airline will tell me to do. It's a good policy, I think, to support your current airline. If you want to support your airline, you need to follow their instructions, right? To follow what their needs. Sir, if I'm your plane, then would you like to meet in the plane? Yeah, you can call me. You can call the flight attendants. You can ask them. Of course, they will tell me that you're the Pilot Block subscribers, flies on the airplane. Just call them. Then you hear me speaking to the public, to via passenger address. But I will not let you in a cockpit. Then we conduct our flight. So after the flight, call me and yeah, we can meet on the airplane. But after the flight. Your airline is category 3. Yes, we have the category 3 alpha for category 3A for Boeing 737, as well as category 3 Bravo B for Boeing 767 and 777. And then is, do you have any plans to shift to any wide-body airplanes? As I said to you, depends on my airline. I'm planning to stay in my airline. I'm not willing to change it, at least then it exists. Well, and I'll do what my airline will tell me to do. Then did you find out about the 9/11 attacks? Just curious to see perspectives from foreign nations. First name, last name. Thank you for... I was a school kid back then, so I've graduated from the school in 2004. So I was basically doing my homework. It was the evening time for us. I was in Tashkent by the time. And I went from my room to watch TV because my mom called me and she said, like, the airplane crashed to the building. I said, wow. And for me, it was like non-understandable. I was a kid back then. How it happened? How did it happen that the airplane was flying that low in the city? I was confused. But then we saw the other plane hit the other building. It was definitely clear that it was the terrorist attack. And yeah, it was like very clear. So before I didn't think about it. I thought it was the accident. But later on, yeah, it was very clear that it was the terrorist attack, and that was the perspective. I haven't slept that night. We were all watching the TV, and the news was terrible. Do we need special permission to enter the cockpit like Semchui does? Okay. Oh, Abdul H. Any plans to fly? Why don't we have the announcement for the text? Okay, I'll just announce with my voice, okay? Swain, thank you very much for your support. My friends, thank you very much for your kind support. Abdul H. Any plans on flying the wide body jets in the future? Has Ukraine airline been affected by Russian tensions? Abdul, I cannot tell you lots of things that happening right now in my airline. There are plans to fly the wide-body jets, however, during the summertime. As far as I know, we're selling the tickets to fly direct flights to New York, Toronto, and Boeing 777. It's planned to be this summer. I hope to see it flying again. And about the Russian tensions, just you may read the news that KLM canceled the flights, and there was the case with SkyUp Airline that the company that leased their airplane, not leased, but they own the airplane, and SkyUp leased this airplane from that company. They refused for their airplane to be in Ukraine. So there was a flight from Funchal, from Madeira, charter flight, and they landed in Chisinau airport in Moldova, just bordering country of Ukraine. And the crew and the passengers were delivered here in Kiev by buses. So that's it. The owner of the airplane, so the owners, maybe the company, they do not want this airplane to appear in Ukraine airspace, to fly across Ukraine. So now we have some of the problems, right? We see it with SkyUp. I hope my airline will not be on its place. I hope our government will solve the situation. From the latest news I have about it, the government wants to issue some kind of support of the airlines, and probably for insurance companies, that in case something goes wrong with their planes, they can pay for it. Swain, hi game, please explain a bit about the Boeing 737-800 versus Boeing 737-900. You fly gigantic 737-900. Wow, super long pam pam. Hey, thank you, Swain, for your kind support. Well, 737-900 is a little bit different. I don't have the manuals with me. Why? I don't have the iPad with me here, but it's just a little bit longer. It has extra doors because the Boeing decided to build the longer plane, and during the evacuation test, it appeared that the passengers were not able to evacuate from the Boeing 737-900 using the standard emergency exits. So usually we have 2 of the exits on the front, 4 of the exits in the middle, and 2 at the rear. So it was impossible for 900 version. However, they put 2 of the extra doors between the wing and the aft exit doors. And we have the floating emergency exit slide there as well. So they call it Boeing 737-900 ER, extended range. I'm laughing about it because it's not the extended range. What they did, they put on some of the modifications, you have more powerful engines, like 27K. I think it's the most, not I think, but it's the most powerful CFM 56-7 Bravo engines. And yeah, the takeoff weight is more than 85 tons. I don't know how much is that in how many pounds in there, but 85 tons. And there was a time for me that I was flying Boeing 737-900 and the same airline together with Boeing 737 Classic, for example, 500, that weighs a little bit more than 50 tons. So just imagine you fly at one day this big airplane, the other day you fly this Classic. The handling is kind of different, you know. The 900 has more inertia in it. It has the lower tail strike limits. For example, the pitch for the tail strike during takeoff is just 10 degrees. We speak about 800's 11 degrees. And yeah, it's a little bit different. There, what else? You may use just flaps 5 and more for the takeoff on Boeing 737-900. I think it's about the speeds that you need, and the tail clearance again, to have a better tail clearance on that airplane. That's it. As in the cockpit, they're the same. So then I fly 900, 800. I do not really concentrate on what airplane did I fly. I just want to follow the standard procedures as usual, to fly the airplane as usual. And yeah, I do not take it as the airplane with some kind of big differences. By the way, the speeds for flaps, they are higher for extension for Boeing 737-900. And Swain, thank you very much for donations again for the channel support. How nervous were you in your first ever flight lesson? First ever flight lesson, I don't remember it, sorry. Don't remember it. Oh, so many comments. Guys, I'll go to the bottom again. It's completely impossible to be a pilot if you are color weak, if you have color blindness, Mikhail. I don't know. I've never had the problems with my eyes, so you need to check your issue with air medical doctor. Dennis, have you thought about flying Airbus A320 full cutoff? Abdugo full for cutoff. Yeah, thank you very much for your question. Actually, I've flown the Airbus A320 on a real full flight simulator, as well as Airbus A330, and I love it. I really love the Airbus. It has more modern style inside the cockpit. It's more roomy. The cockpit is bigger. It's more comfortable, I would say. You don't have the control column between your legs. That is also more comfortable for pilots. And I just feel that this airplane is more modern compared to Boeing 737. It is. The Boeing, there were some of the major changes in some of the flight instruments, but if you see the airplane, the style of the airplane still remains from 1960s. If we speak about the Airbus, it's more modern, just a more modern airplane, and I like it. I would like to try to fly this airplane in my real life. Unfortunately, we don't have those in my airline, so I don't have that opportunity. For me, it's better to stay in my airline and fly Boeing rather than search for any kind of other airline just to fly the Airbus. No, I will stay here and fly Boeing because for me, Boeing is also a great airplane. Slava Ukraini, героям слава. Dennis, have you ever thought of making a Discord server? I do have the Discord server. It's available, but I'm very rare there. I don't know why I need it, really. Maybe then I'll fly the flight simulator, I'll put Discord on, but it's very, very rare than a flight simulator. So I don't really need why I need it. I don't really know why I need it. Dennis, are you waiting for the new Netflix film about the investigation against the Boeing? Premiere is on the next Friday. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. But from the trailer, I understood that they will put like emotions. The Netflix is just a mainstream platform, let's say. They want to attract attention. They used basically this accident to show wow to people, to attract their attention. Wow, terrible Boeing, terrible Boeing. We all speak about this MCAS, right? We speak about the problems with the technical issues of the Boeing. There were, of course, it's the major cause of that accident, but I'm in the middle of reviewing the investigation, sorry. I have the printed version with me. There are more than 300 pages of this event. And I would say the MCAS is not the only cause of that accident. The contributing factor from the pilots is terribly high. So not only the MCAS was the cause of the problem, it's the major cause, right? But there are some of the chain. Then I started to read this official report a few years ago. 1 year ago. It was like a detective for me, because there were some of the chain. This chain is really like looks like a mystery detective, because there were some of the points where the crew actions, where the actions of the flight controller, of the ATC, air traffic controller, the actions of the maintenance, if something was done just tiny in different way, it would never happen. even with MCAS installed there, the old modification. So MCAS is wrong. Yeah, the design is wrong. The software is terrible. But not only the software is to blame for the accident, and I will tell everything in my video. I'm working on it, and tomorrow I will work all the day for this video. I will try to present the information to you in the best way possible to understand the other causes, not only MCAS. We'll speak about the MCAS, but not only that brought those two of the airplanes down. And for me it's strange, because yeah, we are speaking about Boeing, yeah, it's wrong. They were wrong, but the pilot training still stays in the shadow, right? I saw the article that pilots did everything they could. Pilots are heroes. No, my friends, they are not even close to be not just heroes, but good pilots, I would say. Professional pilots, and it's terrible. I don't know how I would act myself in that situation, but I know I would act in different way. It's terrible to speak about it, because many of the people lost their lives, and their relatives still cry on their lost ones. I cannot imagine. They're sad. It's a very sad story, but the pilot training problems, they still stay in the shadow of MCAS. It's getting better with new evidence-based training. I see some good sides on it, but there were problems with pilot training, and you'll see it in my video, of course. Hey Dennis, I was directed to pilot blog 2 weeks ago. I have watched all of your videos, all the new. I like your channel. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for joining our awesome crew, and stay awesome. Hi Dennis, I'm a fan. You are great. I'll be grateful if you receive me. Hello, your Yaromir. Hello from Ukraine. I am from Lviv. Fly on Airbus A321 Windrose. Enjoy your videos. Yaromir. Greetings from Ukraine International. You fly a very nice airplane, A321. Perfect. Stay awesome. And safe flights for you, of course. Hey Dennis, I have heard you speaking and talking in some other language, like English with ATC during takeoff. Is it legal? Yep. We can use phraseology, like then you hear me speaking different language, flying in Ukraine. I speak in Ukrainian usually here with ATC controllers, and I say Доброго дня, до побачення, гарної зміни. It means like have a nice duty, goodbye, and thanks and have a nice day. So it's like this. So it's better to say it's in local language if you know it. In Turkish airspace, if it's evening time, I say İyi akşamlar. If it's morning time, I say Günaydın, merhaba, or something like this. In Egyptian airspace, Salam alaikum, and yeah, Nikasiya, Kalimera, Kalispera. So if you know some words in local language, why not to use them? Would you able to work in Russian Airlines? Nick, before 2014, before these events that happened a long time ago in Ukraine, because before that, yeah, why not? But today, I do not see me flying for any kind of Russian carrier. I used to fly in Russia, by the way. Then in 2009. Yeah, how many years ago? 13 years ago. I was flying line training there because our airline here, they hadn't had any kind of airplane, so they just started operation and they sent us to fly in Russia because they had ATRs there. Then I was flying in the Siberian region. Nice Turkish captain. Ahmed, thank you. Actually, I want to study Turkish because for this year I am planning to go to Turkey for the motorcycle trip. Probably it will not be. I was planning it to be in April, but in April probably we'll have bad situation here in Ukraine still. So I'm planning to go there in November because I have vacations. They have some days in April and some days in November as planned. So I need to learn some Turkish to go there. Hello from Greece, Kalispera, Mr. Dennis. I really enjoy your videos. I would like to thank you for that. I would like to ask you, how often do the gears of Boeing 737 have to be changed? Thank you. Wow, Aris. The gear, you mean gear struts or the wheels? Because there is some resource limit for the gear struts and different for the wheels. If we speak about the wheels, if you see the first appearance of the cord, you just write in aircraft flight maintenance log that the wheel is worn, and then you are at the base, they replace the wheel itself. But if we speak about this landing gear struts, I don't have any kind of idea. I need to ask our maintenance guys because it's not really my problems with the airplane. So should be replaced in some number of landings, but I don't know. Is the conflict between Russia and Ukraine affecting your flying? I hope not. Hello! Oh, we have automatic voice speaking again. Wow. Fly virtual. Wow. Guys, why are you donating to me? Hello. Do not donate, my friend. Save the money for your pilot training. The guys from Virtual Fly UA, they had a birthday just yesterday. I have a post about them on my channel. So it's like virtual airline. They fly simulators. They have pilots from all the world, from all over the world, and they fly real flights that we fly in our airline. So it's fantastic. They have their resource. It's available. Probably I'm gonna send you the link, and if you're a flight simulator guy, you may join them. It's for free. So they may tell you how to fly with them, but they use, I think they use IOL for the flights. And I've flown with the CEO of that virtual airline. His name is Robert, and we've flown the flight simulator, the fixed base flight simulator with the real cockpit of Boeing 737. Here's the link. I'll just send it to you. And he was really so nice in procedures that we use in our real airline. And I had the opinion, or I had the feeling that I was flying with my colleague from my airline. So they follow the real procedures that we use actually implemented in our airlines. It's fantastic. So guys, from Virtual EA, many of them, they want to become pilots in the future because they are quite young guys there, and they're going through the pilot training. So that is why, please do not donate from Virtual Airline, Virtual UA. I know you guys need some money for the pilot training. Do not waste it here. Yeah, thank you very much for your support, but keep the money with you, okay? I know you may struggle with training nowadays. Every penny matters. Dennis, what would you do if someone donated to you 10,000 euros? Wow. I would go to the real flight simulator. I would do everything that I needed, that I want to show you here. I would also do the reviews of the airplanes that I like. For example, I like Extra, the aerobatic airplane. I would go to any kind of air clubs here in Ukraine, and I would just speak to the pilots, and I would, make reviews of their planes, and I think it's a nice type of the content. Also, I would hire someone who would do the graphics for my channel, as my mentor pilot did together with Dominic. That would put this channel to the new level. So that is what I would do with that amount, if you ask me. Firstly, it's the simulator, airplane reviews, and of course the improvement of the channel. And probably I would buy the GoPro camera, because, sorry my friends, because of the latest event, I told you, probably I will do the post about it. I told you that I would buy the GoPro 10 from the sponsored funds that I have, but because of the situation we have now, we don't know what to expect in the future here. I will not spend those money for the new camera, sorry. I will wait for the spring to come, and later on I will buy the camera. Sorry about it. Well, it's not very important because now I don't have lots of flights, so you will not see a dramatic change within my content. But I will use that money for the camera, no worries. Do you know any Lithuanian pilots? Yeah, many. I started my flight career with Lithuanian pilots, Gintas, Liudas, Vidmantas. There were 3 instructors who flew for UTR Ukraine. Fantastic guys, professional guys, and I learned a lot from them, and I still use some of the tips they told me. They taught me. Then we started our flying career, basically in my first airline, and I would say many things for Lithuanian pilots, Lithuanian instructors that guide me, how actually should I behave as a pilot. Because then I started my flight career, I was like this cool guy. Okay, I'm a pilot, I know everything. And they say to me, hey boy, you don't know anything. I say, why? Because, and they start to show me my real knowledge and my real experience, not experience, but my real faults, let's say, my errors. And I understood that I'm a little guy and I don't know anything. I think it happens to many of the pilots. Then they start their professional career. It happened to me that it's easy stuff, I know everything, but it's a big ocean. It's impossible to know everything there. And then they ask me some of the questions, then they show me that I don't really know many of the stuff. I didn't really know. Now I know a lot of stuff, but still I think that I need to know better to be as professional as possible. So they guide me. At the very beginning, they show me that the good pilot is really the learning pilot. And many thanks to Lithuanian pilot, to Gintas, Vidmantas, to Liudas. Liudas is flying for Windrose here, by the way. Still flies here. And yeah, thank you very much, guys. if you watch this live stream. I'm one of the owner of Flyer Virtual. Can you use also WhatSim at your airline? You can use also WhatSim in our airline. All right. Yeah, you can use WhatSim, guys, not only Avia. Sorry. Can Indian pilots work in foreign airlines? Please tell. Yes. I have the confirmation about it here. The pilot who was on Lion Air flight 610 that crashed. Let me show you. He was Indian nationality, is the captain. So he was expat, working. Okay, I have it somewhere there, probably. All right. Maybe I will try to search for the captain information here about the Lion Air. Oh, where did I put it? Very strange. Anyways, probably it stayed on my laptop. I didn't print all of the pages, just what I need really. Where is the information about the oh, here we go. So the captain, I know his name, but I will not tell you. You can Google. So he was just 31 years old, from India, Indian nationality, and he got 6,028 hours. So he was expat flying in Indonesia. What else? The first officer was local. So it's exactly, I used to fly in Indonesia. It's exactly the picture that I had. So you are as an expat flying with the local first officer. The local first officer was 10 years older, 41, also male, but he had less experience, 5,174 hours. So yeah, as an Indian pilot, you can work abroad, no problems with that, because if you see, even on this accident, it was the Indian pilot in the cockpit. And his performance was not ideal, was far to be ideal, and we're gonna speak about it in our investigation video. Your volcano landing was awesome, Dennis. Yeah, it's one of the oldest videos that I filmed in Indonesia. How to pilot if I have no money? You need to be best in everything and apply for cadet program or government supported program. Dennis, in your opinion, what is the best civil aviation school in Ukraine? I think some kind of private school, not the government support. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I have a water here, but thank you, Virtual UA, for your support. Yeah, because the throat is in pain already. I talk a lot, yeah. So how to pilot if I have no money? Oh, no. We're speaking about the pilot school in Ukraine. There are some kind of private schools that are much better compared to Kropivnitsky or National Aviation University. But unfortunately, to become a pilot, you need to also have the bachelor degree or college degree here, unfortunately. I saw you're in a 74 Gear vlog comment section. Thank you, first name, last name. Yeah, I watch other YouTubers like Mentor Pilot and 74 Gear. Sometimes I watch him and Captain Joe, but Captain Joe just disappeared for a couple of months, right? He didn't post anything, but for me it's most interesting to watch the Mentor Pilot. 74 Gear is just I don't know, just a relaxing type of content. I'm not really into it. For me, I would probably got something for me from the investigation videos. I really love them. Do you know any Lithuanian pilot who uploads video on YouTube like you, or is known? Do you know any? I don't know. I don't know. If you have motion sickness, so do I have to fly with other pilot? I don't know as well. What is the trim setting for 737 takeoff? The trim setting should stay within the green band, which is on stabilizer trim well indication. So you just put it in a green sector. If it is not in a green, the aircraft will tell you bam bam bam. Then you want to put that takeoff thrust. So the takeoff configuration warning. What do you think about the brand new Airbus A220? Oh, it's a great airplane. However, I heard some of the stories about the engines. If it's not the rumors, so this airplane is nice. Do you like video games? I used to like video games. I played a lot video games. Then I was quite young, and now I don't have time to play those. I think that for me it's better to improve my real personality rather than improve the virtual personality in a computer game. So the point, let's say the main point of any kind of computer game is to improve and be like the best of the best in battlefield, let's say on a computer game. So there you fight like you fight in real life, right? You improve yourself to compete for something better than you can get in real life. The competition is everywhere. So then you go to the airline for the interview, you compete with others, then you I don't know, in any sort of our life we compete with each other and we make ourselves better. In computer game it's the same. You improve, you like buy the better gear for your virtual character, let's say for World of Warcraft, better sword, better, I don't know, any kind of, to create the better personality of your virtual character. But you spend the most precious source from your real life, and it's time. So you spend the time to improve something that is not connected to your real life. So you invest something from your real life to improve something that is not affecting your life. And for me it's kind of, I would not say stupid, but not ideal. So I want to improve me, to use this real life time to improve me, my channel that also brings something good to my life. I want to improve here. Yeah, it's virtual. You see me virtual, right? But I'm a real character. I'm not a game character. Have you flown to India? Yes, I've flown to Delhi, and there's the video on my channel, the flight to Delhi. Hey Dennis, I have question. What will you advise to choose, a cadet program or the conventional way? If you have money, it's better to use the conventional way. However, the cadet program may guarantee the job for you, so you need to think. For cadet program, it's harder because you need to be the best of the best for the airline to take you and say, okay, we need this guy. For conventional, you just pay your own money, you'll have your license, but after that, there's a problem finding your first job. With a cadet program, it could be easier. But also, with a cadet program, you have to work for a certain time for a particular airline. So, consider this. There is one interesting book I would like to recommend you, my friends. It's called, I'll type here, Problem Solving 101. Just search for it in. Oh, sorry, I put 1010. It's 101. Read this book. It's very interesting. It's the how in practice you can basically choose what you want or solve any kind of problem, and it really helps. It helped me in many ways. Then is how do you think in which country the best pilot schools? I think in the United States or Europe they have nice schools. The more pilots you have, I think the more schools you have, they should compete with each other. So they probably would have lower price and better quality of the training. What could happen to MH370? No, I don't know. Sorry.
Congratulations, you got one ticket for Gruzinski restaurant slab.
Thank you. The virtual UA is going to have the very nice, the big event in April, so I'm gonna participate in those. Thank you, my friends, for your kind support. What could happen to MH370? It just disappeared. You know, even Boeing 777 is tiny little airplane compared to the planet Earth, and there are lots of water on our planet just dived into the ocean somewhere. We don't know where, and probably will never find it. Good evening, Captain from London. Good evening. Does having an Air Force pilot background help a civilian aviation pilot? It may help if you are flying in the United States, if you served in USF military as a pilot, you can easily go to commercial aviation. The same stuff goes for Israel, as far as I know, and for any kind of different, well, it depends, let's say. But mostly, yes, then you was a pilot in military, it's more easier in general to become a commercial pilot. Pam Pam makes my day, thank you. What aircraft did you fly as a student pilot? Firstly, I flown not the airplane, but the glider. Which year was your first flight? Then I was 18 years old. What's the biggest downside for your working as a pilot? Well, the biggest downside is that I have to follow the schedule. So I have the roster for the months, and no matter what, I should fly. If I want, I need to fly. If I don't want, I would probably this day I would like to spend the time with you, my friends, on a live stream. No, if I have a flight, I should fly. So I do not leave my life. I leave the life, that schedule that the planning will send me. So yeah, it's a biggest downside, but I'm okay with it. Have you overflown the North Pole? No, not yet. If a United States of America there are best pilot schools, it means that American are best pilots. Nick, I wouldn't say so, but you know they have really lots of airplanes, and I would say probably I need to check the statistics. How many loss of lives, how many accidents they have per let's say flights. But I think it's very safe to fly in the United States because it's in their culture, you know, flying in their culture. Is it true that beautiful flight attendants ladies wear stockings? I don't know. Which is easier, Boeing or Airbus? I don't know in what easier. Airbus seems like it's easier for pilot operation, but it has very sophisticated systems. So it's easier from one side, but could be difficult in, let's say, automation. Hi Dennis, I'm starting to become an aircraft designer at university, but since the pandemic I have less motivation. Do you have any tips how to study, get motivated and prepare for exams like math? Flow motion parkour. If you're searching for motivation, it means that you don't really like what you do, right? Well, I never search for motivation personally. If you got sick in doing something, you're sick of I need to do the design, the aircraft design. That's your life. You should do the best to become an aircraft designer. If you like, I don't know, I should search for motivation, it means that probably it's not yours. So I probably demotivated you here, right? But for me, it was never a problem to search the motivation to become a pilot, because I understood it was mine. I tried it in different field. For me, however, I wanted to have maybe I want to be more fit, but it appeared that I do not really, because I was searching for motivations on YouTube and others, so I didn't go to the gym. I went there, but just for 1 week. And I was always searching, okay, I don't feel well today, probably I got tired, why should I go to the gym? Oh no, I should maybe spend the time, but oh no, I will not go to the gym today, I'm very, very busy. So yeah, it appears that I don't really need to be fit. So the same maybe for you. Sorry, I demotivated you, but really you need to think what you need. If you're really into it, don't search for motivation. Search how can you make it happen. How can you become an aircraft designer, no matter of whether it's good time for being an aircraft designer or not. If it's yours, go for it. There will be never a good time to be a pilot, to be an aircraft designer. But if you want, you will be. Do pilots choose their type rating, or does the airline usually choose? Well, Captain TM. For me, it was like I choose to get the job, not the type rating. I want to be the pilot. That's why I went to the airline that was hiring. And then I went through the screening with Ukraine International. They asked me if I would be the pilot, if they will tell me, like, you will go for Embraer, will I still be interested in that position? And I say yes. So, but they say, okay, you'll go for Boeing. So here, probably Airline decided for me. So guys, I'll pour some water here. Because my throat, then you talk a lot, you start to feel the pain in the throat. Have you flown to big airports in Asia such as Hong Kong, Singapore and Tokyo? No, but Jakarta probably the biggest airport in Asia that I was flying to. And India is also Asia, right? So Delhi. Are there any precautions or bulletins by Civil Aviation Authority about recent tensions between Ukraine and Russia? No. The airspace is... Oh, yeah, there are. You should avoid from the media. I didn't check it in our official documents so far, because I didn't check the NOTAMs, because my next flight in 1 week, So in media, it's not official resource. They say that we should avoid some areas in a Black Sea. That's it. What's your opinion about other Air Ukraine? They're nice, and they were least affected compared to any kind of other airline here in Ukraine, because they had the constant flights to Egypt, Turkey, and those countries. They didn't really implement the severe measures to fight the corona, so they constantly had the traffic from the tourists to their destinations, and probably they did the best with this in these crisis times. And they got the Boeing 777. Wow, great, very nice airplane. But they have the configuration with more than 500 passengers on board. Wow, it's crazy. 537. That's what I heard. It's crazy. Imagine, yeah, half a thousand passengers on board, plus the crew. Crazy. Big plane. Hey Dennis, I noticed that only your flights, every pilot are captain. Is this a company policy or just the long flights? Drew Force. Well, we fly captain with captain now in my airline on Boeing 737. That's what I can tell you. Did those gorgeous air hostages give secrets? Okay, no. Next time I will ban you. Don't ask these questions. The stupid questions. Yeah, honestly, they are. What is the maximum speed can Boeing 737 land without flaps? You need to check in the no flaps landing performance table in a QRH. And for 737 we have the speed tape, so there's the minimum maneuver airspeed. If you see it's like VREF 40 plus 70, and you have the minimum maneuvering speed for flaps up. It's a life hack, let's say. So you check in a performance, you may check the performance page in flight management computer, the CDU. There, for example, depends on the weight. Your flaps 40 speed, for example, is 145 knots. So you can add 70 knots and you have 250 knots. That's your minimum maneuvering with the flaps up. If in the United States of America there are best pilot schools, I mean the American pilots are the best. I already answered that. Probably they are, we don't know. I need to check the statistics. I'm out of statistics. How old are you and how long have you been flying? I have been flying since 2009. Certain years already, 13. And I'm still 34 years old. What will you do if flying in Ukraine will be suspended due to tensions with Russia? If I would have the internet, I will do my best on YouTube. Do you have bachelor degree? Yes, and master's degree as well. Captain, you are my inspiration. I'm going to join flight school after a few months. Wish me luck. Oh, best of luck. Dujana. I hope I spell your name correctly. Sorry if I spelled wrong. Your Why I Want to Fly in United States video is my favorite. I like your thoughts, opinions, Captain. Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Jane. It's not the bad place to be a pilot. It's just not for me in my age, let's say. If I was a United States citizen, I would still join commercial aviation there. And I would wait like to be a captain on 737 and 777, but it would take me like years and years compared to Europe. How did you land smooth in first person? I do not land smooth, it's just camera stabilization. What did you do your bachelor's and master degree in National Aviation University and State Flight Academy Aviation as well. Captain, your inspiration for inspiring pilots. Yeah, thank you. Good book. Have you amazing and helpful person. Love from greetings to Pakistan, by the way. How much pilot salary in first? I cannot tell you my salary, but you can Google. Why you recording not on Russian or Ukrainian? Flight Sim asked me. Because I decided to improve my English. This is why I started this channel in English, and after that I discovered that it's a good idea actually to speak English, because all over the world people are watching me, and you can, present your opinion or be influenced for the wide audience, and it's good. But basically, the first why I started the channel in English, because I wanted to improve it, to improve my personal English, and it helped. My English got better since that time. It's still not good, not any close to be the perfect, but I understand it's getting better. It's getting better little by little. Still have the accent. Captain, is university degree necessary being a pilot? In some airlines it is. Yeah, once I did the video about how to be. Well, I will never be the pilot in the United States, and for their airlines, some of them they required a bachelor degree or at least college degree, and some of the airlines they do not require it. For example, Southwest Airline, they do not need it. Here in Ukraine, you also need to have the bachelor degree at least. Does global semiconductor shortage affect aircraft maintenance times? I don't really know. I'm not the maintenance guy, so I don't know. What I know is there are a lot of spare parts available on the market as usual. They are stored in some of the places around the earth, and you don't really need to wait for the spare part to be produced. So probably not. If you speak about Boeing or Airbus. Which airport do you find harder than the other ones make operations? I think Madeira Airport. They have the wind limits, and moreover, if the wind is stronger in a certain wind rows, from a certain direction, you have the speed that is higher than published on a chart. The ATC will not allow you to conduct the approach, and that's it. Very interesting, and the go-around possibility is very high there. So gusty winds, go-around possibilities, and also holding patterns, because there should be just one airplane on arrival for the time, and that airplane also performs the backtrack as usual. So Madeira airport is probably quite unique and quite hard for operation if you speak about if you compare it with a average airport here in Brisbane. There is a good channel, Madeira Airport Spotting. Thank you for watching my videos, by the way. So the guy there, he is local citizen. He is filming his spotter for his channel. His channel is quite fantastic. He films landings, takeoffs, and yeah, nice. Madeira Airport Spotting. How is your experience after flying your fast plane? I don't know. Good experience. If the PZL M15 is the ugliest aircraft, ugliest aircraft, what is the most handsome? The Airwolf? I don't know. There are lots of nice planes out there. As for me, I like Airbus A350. I think it's one of the best looking airplanes out there. Captain, after getting the pilot license, I would like to achieve the online graduation degree besides my pilot job. Will it be okay? It will be okay, but I would recommend to do it at the same time. Wow. Thank you so much. See the Gasman. Thank you a lot for your kind support. Love your content. Pilot Blog, keep it up. I wish I had followed my dream of training to be. Yes. No matter what, try to think if you really need it, and go for it if it's really yours. And I wish you all the best in your pilot training, and thanks again for supporting this channel. You know, I started my training and my family, we just moved to Ukraine in 2003, and I graduated from the school in 2004, and we hadn't had enough money for the training, so I had to work as the maintenance guy, but actually I did all the job of the dirty job in the air club, cleaning airplanes, not just maintenance stuff, but cleaning airplanes, you know, digging everything that the air club wanted me to do. But in exchange they gave me the flight hours and that is how I got my private pilot license, so without any money, but I had to work very hard. Oh my god, those times are crazy. But finally, for the commercial pilot license, I had to pay. It wasn't a lot by that time, but nowadays it's a big problem to have the money for the pilot training. I don't know if I would be a pilot if I was quite young, you know, nowadays. I wanted to be a pilot. I don't know if I would have enough funds to become a pilot. It's a terrible situation we have, because to become a pilot, really you need money, quite a lot of money, and after that, whether you find a job or not, no one can tell you, and people, they just don't want to invest the money, and those people who invest the money, well, airlines just choose them. Maybe it's not there, you know, they just... Strange, very strange. So, there is no any kind of effective way how can we train the pilots. How can we take the very talented guys and train them for free? There are some kind of coded programs around, but there are not many, and airlines, they just don't want to invest. If we speak about in general, some of the airlines, they do invest, but if we speak about the general airlines, they just want to take the guys who already have the type rating, commercial pilot license, at least ATPL frozen. They don't want to, invest and to. I think it's a bad approach. I think the airlines should be more. Maybe it's not about the airlines. Maybe it's about the system itself. I don't really know. Recommended a school for a pilot in Ukraine. I'm out of recommendation, my friends. I don't know the market now. I see you fly in Antalya many times. Do you fly anywhere else in Turkey? Istanbul. I have a flight to Istanbul on my channel, probably, yeah. And there is the video on Just Planes of me flying to Istanbul with my colleague. I was the first officer there. And we had a flight to Cappadocia, but I wasn't there. How is it being a pilot? People hate me because I like airplanes. Elka, people hate you because you like airplanes. We live in terrible times. Terrible times. I was being a pilot, but it's okay. It's my dream job, so I like it. Very funny comment. I'm in a cadet program USL. Woo! Anatoly, go for it. Sir, love your video, and then your next amazing video will come. I hope this week. I'm working on an investigation review of FE Open Flight 610 of Max crash, let's say, and it takes time, so I will publish the video close to the weekend probably. I don't know whether it's gonna be the investigation video or just a normal video, we'll see. Скажіть щось українській мові, будь ласка. Сказав вже. Say something in Ukrainian, please. Yeah, I just read your message in Ukrainian. I hope it's enough. Hi, pilot. I'm in Thailand. You'll come to me in Milan. You will come to me in Milan, or will you come to me in Milan? It's a different story. Well, yeah, I hope to visit your country. It's a beautiful one. Probably one of the most beautiful countries out there. Did you manage to get straight into the airlines after your pilot formation? After I got the license, yeah. I was lucky, very lucky, because by that time it was just after the crisis. I was graduated in the 2009, and in 2008 it was the major crisis elsewhere. And I was lucky that the airline Ukraine just appeared in the market with an ATRs 42, and I went to the screening and I passed it. Very, very great. Скажи щось на українській мові, будь ласка. Я вже сказав. Доброго вечора. Дякую, що дивитесь мої відео. Дякую. It's in Ukrainian. Just here. Which plane I should fly? Airbus or Boeing? You should fly Airbus and Boeing. How can I create a private airline? You just need some money for that. And you can create it. I don't know, I'm not the airline creator guy. I'm just a pilot. John Kennington just became my patron. if you watch me right now, John, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. I have the information. Meet John Kensington, who just became a patron. John, I think you are from UK. Thank you very much for your support. And yeah, it's awesome that our Patreon crew is expanding, and you're just on time, because right after the stream I will release the special interview of mine on Patreon. So the guy from UK, actually, from some kind of university, I will tell it the university name in Patreon. So he was going through his dissertation work, and the title of his work is the topic of his work is the MAX. So he doing some research of Boeing 737 MAX and the causes of those crashes. And he interviewed me. It's a text interview, it's not the video. And he sent me the questions, and I wrote the detailed answers to those questions. So that interview is available, will be available only on Patreon. So guys, if you're interested, you also may join our Patreon crew for unique content. And if you join on certain levels, you can reach me personally there, through email, through even Skype. We can talk. So the certain level means something, and we can fly even flight simulator on some kind of level together. Not the real one, but online. For the real one, yeah, real one. Also, probably I can arrange that. So thank you for becoming Patreons, my friends. And if you want, if we speak about this channel support, if you want your comment to appear just on the screen with, I hope it will be the voice alert as well. So your message will just appear on the screen like this. You may go to the link for the Nation Alert website, and there you can go and support the channel. Everyone will see, and me also. I will see your comment. Of course, I'll answer it. So for those guys who supported today, I want to give you the shout out. Sorry, my friends, I'll answer a question a little bit later. So we started. We started from the Swain. He's my Patreon supporter as well. Swain, thank you so much. Jennifer, potential airline pilot. John Kennington, who supported me today. Thank you, John, for your great support. Abdul H, Swain again. And Virtual Flyaway, they supported me many times today. And of course, See the Gas Man, who supported me the last time a few minutes ago. Thank you guys for your kind support, and let's go to the questions. Hello. Okay, I do allow now. I don't want to be really strict, and I do allow any kind of comments on any kind of languages, and the languages I will be able to read, I will translate. Okay, it will take. Okay, I'll do it. Then you will fly the next time on Aviation Simulator. Then I will fly. Then I'll have the funds here. If we speak about the fixed base flight simulator in Kiev, for me, really, the X-plane is not that interesting compared to real flight simulator that we have in Kiev. So I just collect the funds to fly that flight simulator. Then we'll reach 100%. I will go there. I'll film the video, and then I will edit the video. So probably it depends. Yeah, I'm not very often on the live stream, so probably 1 month, something like that. Hello, Dennis. Can you please tell if it's allowed to not to shave your beard, because it can go, because it's unsafe. If you need to put the oxygen mask, because it will not be sealed. So sorry, Roman, I will translate later. Please use English if it's possible, because I may translate not in good way. Andre, it's just a rumors. It's not real, I would say. There were some of the experiments, and even the guys who have long beard, like bikers, outlaw bikers with a long beard, even they have a nice sealed oxygen mask during the test. So it's more regulations how pilots should look, not the safety regulations, let's say, because pilots should be tidy. They need to shine, be tidy, to other people see them and say, okay, I'll fly with this guy today. He is professional. He looks awesome. He looks like very tidy. That's why I'll fly with him. I'm safe today. Because really people need to rely their lives on us. So we're should look okay. So that's why I wear the beard. And the second reason, the only reason, let's say, why do I wear the beard is because I have the skin irritation, then I shave a lot. So then I remove my beard, I shave, it grows quite fast, and I have to shave almost every day, not almost, but every day. And then I have severe skin irritation, and yes, I have defects here because of that on the skin. I have this tiny little holes here. It's not good, actually looks terrible. But that's because I shaved a lot at certain time of my career. I shave every day. It has severe irritation, and then I decided just okay, I'll keep it as it is. So I do not use the blade. Or today I have the electrical shaver, just to make it groomed. And yeah, that's the only reason why I have the beard. Can a biology student become a pilot? Yeah, why not? If you had your best dream schedule, how often would you fly? Well, let's say 4 times per week. 4 times per week, it's ideal for me. My question, what... Okay, Sven is writing me. Thank you, Swain. I have your messages showed up on a Patreon. Thank you for. I will read them in just a little bit later, okay, after the stream, because they are not showed fully, just a few of the words. But thank you very much for your support today. Can a biology student become a pilot? Yes. What do they write? How many airlines are there in Ukraine? Well, Ukraine International, SkyUp, Windrose, Motor Siege, Azure Air. What else do we have? Motor Siege, Azure Air, and some of the smaller airlines I don't know about. Oh, Biz Air. So six let's say airlines I know, and some of the airlines that I don't really know. They do exist. Do you prefer 6-pack gauges or digital style cockpit? I would prefer digital style because it's more modern, more convenient, and I think a little bit more safe. Gives you more information. Garmin 1000, I think it's superb. What do you prefer, business or job? I have business, I have job. So YouTube is my business, and my job is my job as an airline pilot, and they're all interconnected, right? Of course, if business brings you funds that you can use, if the business that you are doing is your dream, is what you really want to do, well, that's perfect. That's absolutely great. But my concentration is really on a job, as I do have the job, the pilot job. Maybe then I'll grow up this channel to the, I don't know, to the moon, to the Mars, and I'll have enough funds from it. Maybe enough funds for everything, let's say. Maybe I'll do some kind of business as well. To invest somewhere. I had the idea to collect the funds to invest in someone of you, my friends, to become a pilot. Like collect the money from, like be the guy who collect the money and put some of the guys for the pilot training. But later on I changed my mind because most of you would like to be pilots, probably, especially young audience, and the pilot, the guys who will not be chosen for that position, they will be very, very sad. Have you ever got TCAS array in your screen? No, never. Dennis, I'm just on flight simulators. Yeah. Hello, Dennis. Just curious, what salary average for first officer in Ukraine? I cannot tell you. Sorry. Hello, Captain. Lots of love from India. Suggest to make aircraft explanation video. Yeah, I'm in a process. Yeah. How are you living the whole situation between Russia and Ukraine? Angelo, nothing changed for me, really. As I told in the beginning of the stream, people are not rushing in the shops to buy everything, at least for now. Everything as it was half a year ago. So we just see the media and everything is happening there, not here. I hope it will stay the same. I hope it will not deteriorate to real events, but yeah, we really worry, but I do not believe in that Russia will come here, because as I told you, it will be a very stupid move from their part. Yeah. So I do not believe in that. Can I speak in Russian? Yeah, it's my mother language. How many hours did you have before applying for a commercial airline? I have just 150 flight hours. Very small amount. How a biology student can become a pilot? Just go to the flight school, CADI program, search for some ways. I'm not the guide here. What about the MAU now? All normal with the flights? With the Ukraine International? Yeah, we fly our normal schedule for today, yesterday, and I hope it will be the same. Have you ever been in Los Angeles? No, I have never been in the United States. I hope to go there one day. I want to explore this country, and it's a beautiful country, actually. And yeah, I want to go there. I cannot suggest you how a biology student can become a pilot. Usually go to the flight school. It's a normal path. That's it. And got your license, got your first job. but it's not as easy as it sounds, because there could be some other stuff. I really love your videos. I watch your all videos with my sister together. She is a non-aviation geek, likes to watch your video too. Very awesome, Captain. You awesome. You are also awesome. Thank you for your support. Have first time here. Who do you work for, and how did you get enough hours for your ATP license? Eddie, hi. Hope you join our awesome team today. And I'm working for Ukraine International Airlines, and I got my ATP. Then in my country it's ATPL, right? As in Europe, ATPL. Then I got 2,250 hours. And I got my frozen ATPL, then I was a student. So it's as easy as that. And that took me 3 years actually to get 2,250 hours. Now regulation changed, and you can obtain ATPL at 1,400 hours. Oh, Gamer XT3, something for the new project. Thank you, Gamer XT3, woo, for your kind support. Wow, my friends, thank you a lot for today's support. You're supporting me today almost as never before. Yeah, next project will be of course the flight simulator. We're gonna fly with single engine operation and low visibility. I don't know, comment what should I fly. I want to fly in single engine, show it to you. Circle to land as well, with single engine, with the dual engine. Oh, we have the latest news about the some of the events happening, right? With air traffic over Ukraine. Airplay, well, it's in Russian here, but it's Ukrainian media. The airplanes will continue to fly over Ukraine. The governments say that the government figure out how to ensure the safety of the air travels. Okay, the government say that it will invest to guarantee the safety for the aviation market. Okay, good to know. So we'll continue flights, I hope. Yeah, very interesting times we live in. I want to apply in Poland, and I have completed my PPL in Pakistan. Do you want to apply in Poland flight school? Well, you have to verify your PPL, and I think it's okay. I think it's simply down in the flight school itself. If you want to join the commercial pilot training program there in Poland, it's a good choice actually. It's much cheaper to study in Eastern Europe compared to Western Europe. So the Poland is the great choice. And you have European pilot license, and that license recognized in many countries. I don't know about the Pakistan, but I'm sure you can fly in many countries with that. And of course, if you have the European passport, you can be employed in Europe as well. But they do protect their market. For example, to fly in the Lufthansa, you need to be, let's say, German. You need to speak fluent German. And if you want to become a pilot in Air France, you need to be French. And they do protect their markets. KLM, the same. Dutch, you need to know Dutch. How many types of planes are in your airlines? Well, in your airline. Well, we have Embraers 190, 195. So we have 737s, 800, 900s, and we have 767s that are not flying right now. And then we have 777s. Hope they will restore the operation in summer this year. Captain, can you make a short video while you landing and do you put that Swiss 001 music? I don't know, Swiss 001 music? No, probably not. Have you ever thought of collaborating with Mentor Pilot, like creating videos? Eric, yeah, we actually collaborated. Then I had around 30,000 subscribers. It was back in summer, probably last year, and he participated in my live stream. There is the video on my channel where we had some kind of interview with Mentor Pilot. He just answered the questions. Unfortunately, I was not very happy with the interview beginning, since I messed up with the microphone setting. So at the very beginning you will not hear clear answer from Mentor Pilot, but after I fixed it right away and everything became clear enough. I also wrote to Fly JV, probably you know the guy, is the first officer in Africa. Actually, I got the idea of him, the airline day, the day in life as an airline pilot, but he said that he's quite busy for now, and yeah, that's it. I haven't wrote to him since that. I also wrote to Simona, probably. She is the first officer in Romania, in Tarom. She flies ATR. Ginger here, first officer, female. And she also wrote to me that she's concentrated on her own projects. So really, from all the aviation guys I wrote to, the one who replied was just the Mentor Pilot, who had the time he replied, he had like 750,000 subscribers. His channel was really huge, compared to mine. And he responded, and we did a live stream. So he really spent his precious time that he could have spent with his family or doing his YouTube job, because it takes time. So I was really surprised that he positively replied to, actually he participated in the live stream as we have right now. So he just participated, he entered the live stream, and throughout that live stream say, wow, the Mentor Pilot here, and he said, well, we can do the live stream. Wow. So it was really, I'm still really grateful for Mentor Pilot, because after this live stream he posted the video on his Facebook, and yeah, really got new subscribers from his channel as well. And yeah, nice, he's a nice guy. Before, actually, it's truth, I saw that he's kind of greedy YouTuber who'd like to put advertisements on his channel here and there, just wants the money. But later on, you know, I just changed my mind completely, and I was really stupid thinking about him in that way.
Скажи что-нибудь на русском, пожалуйста, прошу.
Grisha, I just read out your comment here. That's it, in Russian. I hope you heard me. Would you like to mention the worst situation ever while in operation? I never experienced any kind of worst situation. Was everything was nice. What is your favorite plane? My DC-10. Mine is Airbus A350. Can a citizen of Russian Federation get a job as a pilot in Ukraine after flight school? I'm 31 years old. I have CPL DA42 license. Ouch! What happened to the? Oh! My camera. Okay, sorry. Can a Russian Federation? Yeah, I know one guy who flown here. It was good old times in 2012. He was from Russia, but he flies in Russia. As far as I know, you have to have a Ukrainian passport to fly here, to be employed in Ukrainian airline. Any kind of. That's what I know. And you need to have the validation of your pilot license. What is the difference between the frozen ATPL and ATPL? Theory would expect the EASA qualification for employee. Frozen ATPL is basically then you pass all the exams, and you have this like I passed all the exams. It says that frozen ATPL. Then you have your flight hours. For now, it's around 1,500 hours. So you'll have your ATPL. Then you pass your check for ATPL. That's it. Is it profitable to become a pilot in Canada if I'm an Indian? Profitable to become a pilot? If you think about the profit, about the money, don't go to aviation. Hello Dennis, love your videos. You have fans in Jamaica here. Wow, Jamaica, thank you. Hi man, I'm in the first year of flights of high school. Oh, what happened to the light? Maybe it's wow. Have a light, just stopped working. Why? Maybe because the battery depleted. 2 hours. That's it for this light. Okay. I'll have just the main light here. In the first year of high school, I'm studying for the pilot job. It's my dream job. Yeah, Henrik, go for it. Go for it. Dennis, do you know Dutch pilot girl? Yeah, I know. I do not know her personally, but I know that this pilot YouTuber, she exists, and yeah. I do not watch her videos, however. I don't know why. Dennis, have you ever flown to Bulgaria? No, not yet. If you explain, you like it? Yeah, I like the Zebra model of Boeing 737NG on X-Plane. It's nice. How about ATPL theory? How about the ATPL theory? I didn't get the question. Would you like to mention the worst situation ever while in operations? I don't remember that I have the worst one. I'm your subscriber since you had 25,000 subscribers. Yay! Thank you for your continuous support. Dennis, probably you didn't get the question. I mean, average FO salary for turbojet in Ukraine, not only for Ukraine International, average in other airlines. What it starts from? Okay, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Then I fly with my colleagues. I never ask their salary. Then I speak to other pilots from different airlines. I never ask the salary. The godfather of my daughter, he works as an instructor in SkyUp Airlines. He's kind of close guy to my family, right? He's my mate. But even in this case, I never ask his salary. I don't care. So don't ask the questions about the salary. You need to think about your funds, not of someone's. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure that those funds, that salary will be enough for living. And maybe even someday, in a few years, you can buy apartments or even house and the car, and you have enough salary for living, even being the first officer. I'm sure it will. It may not be just right now because of the crisis, but in future it will be. So if you think about whether that money will be enough, it will be. Can I become a pilot in Canada if I'm Indian? Why not? Just go to Canada, obtain their license, permission for living and work, and try. But it's not for me. Maybe for you, but not for me. Hello, what about closing air transport over Ukraine during the war? Do you know any information? Because our window stop from tomorrow. Yaramir, we are not during the war. The war has not been started so far, yeah? It hasn't. And I'm sure it will not. About the Operation Seizure, I just read the latest news that, let me translate it to you as well, from Ukrainian source, Обозреватель. The airplanes will continue to fly over Ukraine, the government says. The government will invest to get solution to guarantee the safety air travels across the Ukrainian airspace. So, no problems so far. Captain, how was ATR? Is it cheaper for type rating cost than Boeing 737 or Airbus A320? Should I go for it? Actually, strangely, the ATR type rating is far more expensive compared to Boeing 737 or Airbus. I think because there are just few training organizations, and there are just a few flight simulators in the world, so they raise the price. That's it. For 737 Airbus, you may find lots of training centers across the world. So they, of course, to compete with each other, they lower the price. Which city in Ukraine do you recommend to visit as a tourist? Well, I would recommend Lviv, Kiev, Odessa. I'm not sure about Odessa. What else? Kharkiv maybe, but not for everyone. I like Uzhgorod. It's nice. I've never been in Chernovtsi. Well, I like this kind of... I'm not really into cities. Well, if we speak about the historical part, it's more interesting is the Kiev, some parts of it, and the western Ukraine. But I like nature more, so I like the mountains on the west part, the nature. There are lots of forests still, and here we have more. The more to the east, the more fields you have, like fields. The more to the west, the more forests you have, this nature. So probably if I would opt to choose where to live in Ukraine, I would choose maybe to live near to the mountain area. But the main airport is here in Borispol, so I live here. Odessa under occupation? No. From what I know, it's not. Maybe I need to check the news. No. Oh, I just opened the news page. So Ukraine will not recommend to fly in some areas of the Black Sea because of the Russian drills in the Black Sea. So that's the limit we have, the only limit for now. So other than that, everything is fine. As for Odessa, everything is okay with Odessa. How different is ATPL theory from frozen ATPL? ATPL theory is really, then you complete the ATPL theory, you'll have your frozen ATPL. That's it. Have you ever been in Chernobyl? Well, Nick, I want to go there, but I want to go there for the video. I never been there, but I want to film. I have the other channel, it's called Denis Davidov, and there I put everything relative to my life, personal life, and motorbikes, etc. I film everything about what I love, except of my family. My wife is in room. She doesn't want to be filmed in my videos. Just not her. She doesn't want to be a public person. But you may find my daughter in my videos. That's it. And actually, I want to film the trip to Chernobyl on other channel. But I spoke to a friend of mine. He went there, and he told me that they restrict the drone photos, so he couldn't fly his drone in some certain areas, and those areas are the most iconic. And what's the use of it, you know? So if you go for official tours, you are not allowed to take some certain photos, and there are some intelligence services who will check what you filmed. He said that his phone was checked and he wasn't allowed to film with his drone at some points. So as for me, it's terrible, really. And the one way how you can film in Chernobyl zone, in Chernobyl area, is you need to go there illegally. It's still not. Then you go there illegally, you'll have administrative fines. That's it. If they catch you there, if the local police will catch you there, there are special patrols, etc. They are patrolling the areas. So if they catch you, you will not be imprisoned, right? They will arrest you, of course. They will take all of your cameras, all of your individual. They may take even your phone, and they will force you to delete everything, etc. But you will not be imprisoned, right? So still now, it's then you go there, you will be fined with several $100 probably, or maybe several hundred hryvnias. I don't know the price. If they catch you, what should you pay for it? The fine. But it's the only way how you can film everything there. So the only way to film the Chernobyl area is to go there illegally. And it's very strange, because at some point, you have the legal excursions there. You can see everything, but you cannot film. And to film, go there illegally. So they're like encourage you to go there. And they have a new law introduced. It will be introduced that you might have the prison sentence if you go there, but it's not introduced yet. But I'm sure it will be probably this year, because there are several even YouTubers who go there illegally, and they film very crazy stuff. Like they went there to Chernobyl area on the old car, and they like filmed how they went there on an old car. They crashed into this boarding line. They went just there, and it's terrible, you know. And they very cringe video of them the local Ukrainian guys, and because of that crazy stuff happening in that area, they will put this prison sentences, like, I don't know how to tell it in English, like it will have your criminal responsibility if you go there. But so far, just administrative things. Yeah, Kriya-san, yeah. Stupid guys. Because of those guys, we have those restrictions, yeah? And the Trevor Jacob, he jumped from his plane, and because of those crazy people, FAA may say, okay, no footage allowed even on private planes, right? We have some restriction from the airlines and governments to fly on the flight deck of the commercial airplanes. Well, luckily we don't have it in Ukraine and in my airline, but FAA may say, okay, we don't need guys to to crush their planes for views, and that is why no more cameras allowed on the planes. So yeah, Kriya-san is terrible channel because of that. Before, I used to watch this channel. The funny guys, they were doing some kind of experiments with the electricity, and now they're filming completely trash things, and yeah, I just don't like them anymore. But I cannot go there illegally because my job is legal, right? So I need to behave legally. I would like to go there, but I work as a pilot and I need to be the example of the citizen who does everything legally. Like, I should be the best of the best. Otherwise, I would have maybe some problems on my job, or maybe obtaining visa somewhere. So it's not my way to go to do something legally, even without the criminal responsibility, right? Yeah, the Central Square. How do you feel while flying over Siberia? We do not fly over Siberia anymore because after 2014, the airplanes with Ukrainian registration can fly in Russian airspace. Russian airplanes cannot fly in Ukraine because of the tensions, right? So it's already been for 8 years. But I used to fly in Siberia on ATR, and yeah, snow, forest, snow, fields, snow, as usual. Why are not all Boeing 777s of Ukraine International Airlines in use? Actually, none of them in use, because there is no demand now in the winter for those huge planes, but we are planning to launch them in summertime. In the summer, sorry, I'll pour the water here. And what else? Probably heard about the engine problems occurred with the United Boeing 777, even though they have the different version of the problem with the engines compared to what we have on our 777. Still, our engines on our airplanes should also be checked in manufacture in Canada. So probably they're already done with it, and we're just waiting for demand for those airplanes to be efficient. Hi Dennis, what do you think about aircraft Tupolev 154 and do you can do management of this aircraft? Yeah, I like this aircraft. I mean, it's beautiful plane, looking beautiful, but still it doesn't have the best safety record. let's say. It has some issues. Then, have you ever heard about lucid dreaming? No. Where from? I'm from Ukraine. Do both pilots accumulate flight hours at the same time? 5 hours flight. Yeah, captain and first officer, they got the same flight hours. Would you like to fly on Boeing 737 with me over Chernobyl? What's the purpose of the question? Do you want to fly the Boeing 777 of Ukraine International Airlines? Burak asked me. Well, I can fly any airplane my airline would tell me to fly. 777, 737 as I fly now, and Embraer. What is the worst experience of flights? I don't have the worst experience. Everything went fine so far. Did you make a video with Aurora Borealis? I don't know what is that. Have you ever been landing in Lowy? Something very close to my heart. Lowy airport. Innsbruck, yeah. Just on a flight simulator. Where are you from? Ukraine. Hello from Germany. How often do you fly to Germany? Not very often. The last time, I need to check my logbook for that, but last year I've been in Frankfurt. Munich. The last time I was in Munich. Probably in autumn. Lucid dreaming is that you are aware that you are dreaming in a dream that allows you to pretty much modify everything in the environment and do anything you want. Wow. Also, they are very realistic. I don't remember those dreams I have. No, probably not. You know Palermo Airport? Yeah. Is one of the most windy. Yeah. I've never been there, but I know it. You should fly the Airwolf. Okay, I'll search for Airwolf later. How are you about the current situation between Ukraine and Russia? I already answered that in the stream. What is the highest hour experience that pilot ever achieved? I don't know. Hi, how can we be a pilot in a cheaper way? Cheaper way possible is to go through the cadet program or government support programs if you have in your country. Do you have knowledge in order to fly Boeing 777? No. If you want to have the new type rating, you will have to learn the new things about the new airplane, and you have to go through the type rating course. Theory first, flight simulator next. If Ukraine International Airlines would order Airbus A320, would you like to fly them? Yeah, why not? I don't care about the planes really. The main thing for me is to fly. I don't care about the plane. I like any kind of planes. I like Embraers, I like 777s, I like Airbuses, 737 that I fly. I'm okay to fly any kind. I would like to try to fly Airbus. Why not? I'm not just Boeing pilot. I fly Boeing, but I don't think the Boeing. If it's Boeing, I'm not going. No, if it's not Boeing, I'm not going. No. It's like a myth, I think. Why is Ukraine International Airline not using Boeing 737 MAX? I have seen pictures of 2 Boeing 737 MAX of you. Actually, there were 3. Our airline canceled the order of those planes, from what I know. We had the plans, but after, let's say, Corona crisis, we canceled it because we don't need the planes now. Not in that number. Have you ever wished to fly Tupolev 144? Yeah, I would like to fly these fast machines. Concorde, Tupolev 144. They are awesome. Legendary planes. Probably will never see similar things in aviation again. I mean, at that scale. Wow, they're great. There are some supersonic airplanes in the project, but we are not sure if they will fly. And yeah, I would like to fly those. They're really fantastic. Can you give us advice to better landings? Currently, I'm Ryanair. I'm still Ryanair level with landings. I don't know. It just goes through your experience. And little by little you get this like the view of the ground, the feeling of the ground, and you just need to listen to the radio altimeter as well. So do some of the auto lands and you will see how the automatic system actually lands the plane. If it's okay for you, you can start doing the same stuff as auto land system. So gradually increase the pitch, reduce the thrust, and that's it. You need to fly with an instructor on a real airplane to really handle the landing, but the Ryanair landing, they are not unsafe. Let's say how you call them, Ryanair landings. So whatever landing you do, if it's below like 2 Gs, it's good landing. It's safe landing. Do you like the new Istanbul airport or where altitude better? I think Atatürk it still exists. It has some kind of soul. Maybe because I started my aviation career there. I had my commercial pilot training in Atatürk Airport. So I had this, it has tiny little runway 05, but it has some of unique charm there. The new Istanbul Airport, it's huge, but still maybe I didn't got used to it, but I like Atatürk more, just a little bit more. Good old times. Maybe it reminds me of good old times. Do you like Lviv airport? Yeah, it's good airport, but it's in lack of the main taxiway all across the runway, all through the runway, right? So we have to backtrack sometimes. Have you ever flown to EPVA, what's it, Warsaw? Or what? I just forgot. Yeah, Warsaw. Yeah, I've flown there many times. Greetings to Poland, by the way. Where have you started for your career? It's a National Aviation University together with State Flight Academy. Most of the older pilots here in Bulgaria claim that Tupolev 154 was the best airplane, and they hate that they have ever flown them, even though they now fly Airbus and Boeings. Well, maybe Tupolev just remind them also of good old times, because according to statistics, it was not a safe plane, and for me, well, I used to fly Antonov 24. It's a different thing, but Boeing is more simple to fly. ATR is more simple to fly compared to Antonov. Well, I think the newer the plane, the better it is. Is Autoland available on Boeing? Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Copenhagen. Have you ever flown there? Yeah. Copenhagen terminal is very interesting. It has the wooden floor across the terminal. Very interesting. Something unique. Fly home. Hi. Hi, Captain. What will happen tomorrow with UAE Airlines, which is leasing? I think nothing. Nothing. There are some rumors that about the insurance that we have on in the media, but really there are no any problems so far, because our government, from what I know from the news also, they provided with some guarantees for the insurance companies, and probably they're gonna solve it. So I expect this problem, this tiny little problem, to be solved. Lots of panic on the market, but really I think it's just a panic, nothing more. Do Ukraine international flight to Madrid? I don't know now, because you see those countries, they open, they close, they open. I used to fly to Madrid many times. You can just not hate Dennis. Always open for jokes. Does Q&A really often, but maintains professionalism nearly always. Thank you, Pilot Hyper. Thank you. Hi, bro. Can a commerce student be a pilot? Like, I have taken commerce intense now. I have interest in aviation, so can I be a pilot? Any chances? Hi, Pop. Yeah, anyone can become a pilot. So you can just you need just to go to the flight school, obtain the license, and fly. The problem lies if you have the funds to get the pilot license, because it's not very easy to it's not very cheap, I would say, to have the training for pilot license. And the other big problem is to find the first job. But if you want to become a pilot just for yourself, it's very easy. For commercials, there could be problems with the first job, of course. Do you fly to Prague? Do you like this airport? I've flown there. Yeah, it's very interesting. It has a cross runways. Need to vacate to the left or maybe, yeah, very interesting taxi routes. But yeah, it's a nice airport, very cozy. I just touched the mic. Hope it's okay with the sound. Just let me check. 1, 2. Okay, it's working. Did you fly to Belarus? Yeah. I was flying to Minsk many times, but our airline decided not to fly to Minsk even before it became mainstream. So I think 2 years before the Ryanair case, we stopped flying there. Have you flown to Düsseldorf? Yes. Also a few times, 3 times or 4, I don't remember. Hi. Is it useful to arm the localizer, then doing air-nav approach, then intercepting the final course? Let's the ANP approach recently, so PF arm warlock in a base, maybe then ANP exceed RP or yeah, you can do it. You can go through warlock VNAV. For example, we can do it like in Antalya approach runway 18 left. They have the just a localizer approach, and there are mountains around. So how would you perform the localizer? LNAV, VNAV, or maybe warlock VNAV? That's it. Hi Robert, nice to see you here. Hey Dennis, what do you think of Schiphol Airport? Which runway do you prefer? I prefer 18 right. Very funny. I like it. It's huge, but it's quite understandable. The one taxi route goes clockwise, the other counterclockwise, so it's very understandable for taxi routes, and yeah, it's nice airport. And I had my first solo on Boeing 737 there. Hey Captain, is there any future for VRDME approaches, or do you think everything will be ILS RMP? I think in future everything will be just RMP, IR, but everything is so regulated and in aviation industry that it will be very difficult. It will take a long time. Let's say it will take a long time for aviation industry to certify all the airplanes for RMP AR approaches. For the ILS, it will stay longer, but finally there will be new systems as well to replace the ILS, because the redundancy of the satellite systems, and for VNAV with the new barometric corrections, I think it's more redundant even compared to ILS, because on ILS you may have some fluctuations. At some airports you cannot install ILS because of the terrain, because of the buildings around. So I think the future goes for RMP approaches, S-bus approaches, RMP IR, and VRDME will be the first to go. Yeah, we don't even use the VR anymore. I don't remember the last time I pressed the warlock to intercept the VOR, maybe on a flight simulator, but for approaches we use enough as usual. If we have ION integrated in airplane, we can perform the ION approach. Want to ride a uniform Romeo GUA one day as the captain.
I'm going to head off. Thanks again for the content and looking forward to
John, wow, many thanks for your support, John. And yeah, wow, with this support, you are making my channel better. Thank you. I hope it's okay for you. Yeah, have no words. Thanks very much. I'm going to head off. Thanks again for the content and looking forward to the next video. I will do my best to provide the best content possible for you, my friends. And John, thank you again for support. Chop, we can meet and drink some coffee, because living in the same city. Fly home. Do you have the YouTube channel? Because I'm not familiar with it. Because you have the tick. Yes. I'll just check your channel. Maybe I'll subscribe if it's okay. Just joking. I'm okay to subscribe to the channels. I have many channels in subscription. Fly home. Oh, you have a flight simulator, yeah? Flight simulator, yeah. Wow. You have EasyJet. You have flight from St. Petersburg. They have Windrose. Do you have Ukraine International? Победа. Oh, Ukraine International. Ooh. From Kiev to Saloniki. Yeah, I'll watch this video, of course. Superb. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know about your channel. Hey Captain, your videos are so damn inspiring, and they are what motivate me through the flight school. Thanks, sir. We'll be airborne soon. Much love and respect. Yeah, safe flights. Elise Comic, thank you for your support. All the best to reach your goals. Why are the U.S. Army airplanes flying over Ukraine, Burak? Probably not the Army airplanes. Let me check the flight radar. It takes time. Guys, don't speak about the politics, please. Otherwise, I would. I don't like Putin. Please, I have to delete your questions. Delete your comments. Sorry. I have moderator as well here. Can you lead this stream in Russian? No, sorry, it's an English-speaking channel, so I speak only English here. But I can translate you. Before I haven't even. I didn't read the comments in Russian, in Ukrainian. Now I decided that I should be more polite and just translate. So you may write your comments and I will read them out, whatever language you will use. Okay, they told me that some kind of military planes are flying, but I don't have any on the flight radar. Sometimes we have spy planes from the United States flying in Ukraine. You may see it on the flight radar. Very interesting. You know, they have the pilot is on ground, but he or she, they're going through the ATC communication. Wow, interesting. How did you keep with the pom-pom? Always makes my day. Actually, Palatnik, I stole it. There is a Russian blogger. His name is Ruslan Usachev. He's doing some reviews of the traveling and other stuff. So he got this pom-pom in his video. And I just decided, I watched some of his videos. I like it. And I decided to take it because I was figuring out what intro should I use. Should I have one of the subscriber who made a video intro video for my channel, but it was quite long. It was interesting but quite long. You might find this intro on my older videos, and I decided to change it for Pan Pan because it's very fast. It deflects the attention very fast. Pam pam. So other topic. Pam pam. Other topic. And I think it's good. You do not spend the time to watch long intros. So I don't really like to watch the intros of any kind of YouTube channels. I would like to watch the video I click on the how to be a pilot. Okay. I need to know how to be a pilot. Then I click, okay, today I'm gonna tell you how to be a pilot, and there comes the intro for 2 minutes. And after those 2 minutes, here comes, okay, today is the sponsor of this video is this. Oh my god, no, it's not for me. It's very long. When do you think the 747 are going to retire? They already little by little. They left mostly on cargo flights. How long did it take to study piloting? For me, it took 5.5 years, usually not more than 3 years. What's the 737-900 fuel capacity? Exactly same as 737-800. Are there any Turkish colleges in your company? Turkish colleagues? No, we have guys who... we don't have Turkish colleagues in my airline. Was one Iranian guy, but he got a Ukrainian passport. So to fly here, you need to have Ukrainian passport. Hi Captain, what's your favorite destination other than your home base? I'm a big fan of YouTube. No. I like Istanbul, Antalya. I like Turkish airports because not because of the fantastic nature around Antalya, etc., but because the ground crew, they are working absolutely great in Turkey. So then you're on a gate, everything is ready for you. It's like all the crew is waiting for you, the ground crew. Then you fly to Schiphol. Sometimes even the guidance system is not working, the ground power is not working. You have to wait for some of the guys. Here in Bristol, sometimes it may also happen. But Turkey, in Antalya, they work very fast and very strict, and probably it's the best place for the ground service is the Turkey, actually, not the Europe. I've flown many times in Frankfurt airport. You know, the German people are fantastic. And before I thought like, okay, then you fly in Germany, everything will be working as watches, right? There's a Swiss or German made watches, but usually you have delay on the fly back because everything is working not as it should be. Strangely, maybe because the airport is big, but in Turkish in Antalya it's crowded during the summer times, but still everything is done very, very, very nicely there. They work very nicely. So that is why I like to fly to Turkish airports. Nothing special really about it, but I like the ground handling. Here it is from Istanbul, Iglas. There, thank you. Can you explain more about yoke? Like how does it work and why is it hard to maneuver? It's not hard. Maybe yoke, yeah, Salman. I'll film the video about it. Why after takeoff on Boeing 737 you have to translate gear off? It's important, yeah. You just release the pressure from the hydraulic actuators. So then you select it up. The hydraulic pressurize the system for the landing gear to go up. By selecting it off, you release the pressure from this hydraulic system. So the landing gear is just locked and nothing is acting on it to be pushed up, right? Like this. I'm your fan, please call my name. Okay, Ninja. Call Gamers. Hello. Aviation rules in Turkey are very strict, so they work very well and very strict. Yeah, it seems like, I don't really know, but I don't remember that I have delay flying from Turkish airports. Everything was done on time, and yeah. Even though, as I say to you, Antalya is a very crowded place. Sometimes you have no stands available. You have to hold on taxiway. Yeah. So they say, okay, stop on the taxiway and shut down the engines. The And then suddenly the buses arrive and the ground power arrive, everything arrive. What is happening? You know, everything is there. There was nothing, and in 5 minutes, your passengers start to disembark. You know, no stands available, but still very, very fast. Why on Airbus you don't need to gear off? Because there's the automatic system. It's very smart. So then it feels that the gears up, it releases the pressure. For the Boeing 737, the pilots act as the sensor. But on Boeing 737 MAX, you need to just select the gear up, as on Airbus. Can a passenger lock at the cockpit before the departure? No, we stay there before departure. Did you make a video with the northern polar skylights? I hope one day I'll do it, but I never seen it with my own eyes. Thanks for replying anytime. Did you ever have a co-worker you didn't like? The Delta 757 asking. Well, honestly, yes. What is the hardest approach you have ever flown, independent of weather? I don't remember, cannot say right now. How many flights you already have? Oh, I need to count, sorry, cannot tell you right now as well. Hello, he is not responding in Russian. No, because it's English channel, Victor, sorry. But I can translate your comment and answer you in English if you can understand. Dennis, have you ever, for example here, Dennis, have you ever been in Munich? Good airport. Yeah, it's good. I like it. How's fly-by-wire different from regular aircrafts? Well, it's kind of funny story. First, I encountered to fly the fly-by-wire was an Airbus A320 flight simulator. The instructor, it just happened to me once, and instructor just told me, if you never flown fly-by-wire airplane, just imagine that the Airbus stick is covered with something really nasty and dirty, and try to touch it as less as possible. So it worked actually. I touched it with I imagine it like it covered with some kind of mud, and I touched it with my 3 or 2 fingers, and I flown it. Okay, and actually it worked. It's so sensitive, you know, compared to Boeing. You need to deflect it just a little bit. If you compare it with Boeing 737, just look any kind of my videos. The travel of this yoke is huge. So yeah, it's quite a huge difference between fly-by-wire and conventional controls. If we speak about the Emirates, right, their selection process, there you can, if you've flown commercial aircraft, commercial flight control system equipped aircraft, it will go on 777. If you have the fly-by-wire experience, you can apply for Airbus. So they hire for Airbus just from the fly-by-wire experience. But it was funny. Is there any peculiarities to flying in desert, for example? No, nothing, Nick. Everything is standard there. It could be sandstorms, but Dennis, how many flights do you have now per week? 0. Chop. I have No, I have 0.5 flights per week. So 2 flights per month. Winter schedule crisis still going with the virus itself. So yeah. If you have time, what place would you like to fly and visit? Wow. I want to travel to Turkey on a motorcycle because it's not far away from Ukraine. But I would like to go to Madeira because I went there as a pilot. I want to visit this place as a tourist. Also, I want to visit Tashkent because I spent my childhood there, and I want to check out how the city developed throughout the years that I wasn't there. United States, want to travel the country, and I also had a dream to go to the mountains like Nepal. Also got a dream to go to Norway. Beautiful country, and many dreams, and hope they come true for this year I'm planning Turkey. I'll film everything, by the way. Maybe I'll take my motorcycle that is on maintenance. I'm doing the maintenance with my motorcycle myself, or I'm thinking to buy the very cheap motorcycle, low cc engine, to travel all around the Turkey, to show that it is possible to travel even if you don't have a lot of money. Then you have this cheap bike, you can travel to other country and take the same like feelings of traveling. And I like traveling a lot. You're always welcome to Turkey. Thank you. Istanbul traffic is very bad. Yeah, Eglos, that is why I'm excluding, unfortunately, Istanbul from my plan. My plan is to go via Romania, Bulgaria, to the south of Turkey. Where's the city name? I will not go via Istanbul because the traffic jams. I'll go to Çanakkale, via Keşan, Çanakkale, to the west part of the Turkey, and then going south to Antalya. Then going through the south again to the mountains, all the way through the Turkey to the border with Armenia and Georgia, and returning back a little bit northern part of the Turkey, but again not going to Istanbul. Probably I'm trying to avoid Istanbul because the traffic jams are huge there, and I watched the motorcycle adventure channel, Pavlin. He's from Bulgaria, and he traveled all around the Asian countries, Central Asia, Europe, and he was totally fine everywhere, but he crashed his bike in Istanbul, and he said that it's really not unsafe, but really tricky traffic in Istanbul. That's why I will avoid probably Çanakkale. Yeah, I'm gonna cross the channel there in Çanakkale, and then going to Dalaman, maybe Izmir and Antalya. So it's like that. Which runway you prefer? I don't remember the runway in Cairo airport. Probably they all go parallel, right? So the closest to the terminal building will be the one I prefer. I've flown there 3 times, and I don't remember. Lovely country is Norway. Yes, Wayne. Thank you very much for watching me again. It's beautiful. Actually, I was planning to go to Norway on my sidecar motorcycle, but because of the virus crisis, I didn't go. I was planning like 2 years ago to go to Norway. You're welcome to Armenia. Best regards, lovely. Thank you, Samson. Son. Alright, I'm heading off. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, Pam. Pilot Hyper, thank you for your support on the stream. What's the cost index? Well, cost index actually gives you the default speeds for the flight. Well, depends on the cost index. You have different, let's say, speed for climb, cruise, and descent. The lower cost index you have, the lower speeds you have, the lower Mach number you have. The higher cost index you have, the higher speed you'll have. I work in ambulance in America. I watch your videos at work. Wow, very interesting. Shady on the data. You need to concentrate on your work if you work for ambulance. Are you a doctor, nurse, or a driver? Well, in all of that positions, I think you need to concentrate on a work rather than watching my videos. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you already land in Zurich? Yeah, actually my first flight in Ukraine International was the flight to Zurich airport, and it wasn't the perfect flight for me. I was flying with one of the chief instructors here, and I wanted, to give the good example of the guy who just came to the Boeing from the ATR and he knows everything. And I messed up with SID in Zurich airport. So the ATC, they told us after specific point, go to another point, and I said direct to that point. So I changed the route actually on SID, and luckily instructor saw it, say, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, I will correct it. So I select the heading sled to maintain the present heading, corrected the SID enemy flown, and he say, no, it's not a good CRM. No. Because if you want to change the route, you need to confirm it with your colleague, with your other pilot. So I want to do it fast, Okay, we'll do it fast because it's SID, and we did also the unpressurized takeoff because we've flown the Boeing 737-500 without blitz off. It had like it's out of the performance in Zurich because of the elevation and of the obstacles. And yeah, I thought, okay, I need to reconfigure. I need to do everything fast, very fast. And I entered the wrong point active into SID and to the next point, and it was misunderstanding from my side of the ATC. And yeah, it was my first flight as trainee first officer, and luckily I was flying with senior instructor, and he corrected me and he said, no, we don't fly here like that. And it was the great flight for me to say, okay, I need to change my mind here. Yeah, do not rush, even though you fly, because after flying ATR to flying Boeing 737, 1, 2, 3, 10,000 feet cruising flight. Well, it happened like very briefly, and you think you act very fast, but actually I see now that I acted very slow. I was quite kind of confused because of the airplane speed, of the airplane vertical speed, because it flies like a rocket compared to ATR. How was it to fly the old 500? It was nice, very powerful airplane for its weight, and yeah, it's good plane. I like its tiny little planes. Well, if we speak about 500, it's a little compared to 800. My friends, sometimes we had no emergency calls, so we hang out waiting, and I watch your Yeah, on my spare time, I'm the driver. Wow, driver rules. Probably, yeah, I'm the same driver, just on an airplane. One more dimension for us. That's it, and quite complicated vehicle to fly. Can you tell about the scariest situation in your career? Oh, I haven't those. I need to think about it. I had the once flatted landing gear because I put lots of pressure on brakes during the landing roll, and actually the fuse plugs just melted, and I thought we'll skirt the runway, but actually there was enough place to stop, but I actually put lots of pressure on the brakes, and we lost two of the wheels. But we lost not on the runway, but on a parking stand. They just got flat. That's it. Then the next stream will be, I don't know, hard to tell. Which year model is the oldest model Ukraine International have? I think 1999. It's a uniform Romeo Papa Sierra Golf, the oldest plane we have. Well, we have 767 that are older, but from 737s, from the actively flying airplanes, we have Papa Sierra Golf. Have you flown the 600, 700 and G? No. Bye, Robert. Yeah, thank you for being with me today. Being with us, sorry. How often do you have a check ride? Once a year. Check ride, and twice a year OPC checks, LPC checks on a flight simulator. What about the airspace in Ukraine now between the airspace? Well, if you open the flight radar, you'll see the airplanes are flying, everything is normal. The airspace will not be closed. Do you get the chance to fly in the 777 in the future? Everyone have a chance, but it depends on my airline. If they say me go for 777, I will go. If they say me go for Embraer, I will go. Doesn't matter for me. So depends on what they need from me. What's your longest back-to-back? It's 7 hours 37 minutes. Can you comment the situation in Black Sea from tomorrow? Any changes? Yeah, there are some changes, but I cannot prove that information from official NATAM source because I haven't checked it. I need to find my iPad here for NATAMs. So the media says that the flights over certain areas over the Black Sea will be restricted because of Russian drills there. But I think we can overfly that part of the Black Sea and still continue a normal operation. So Dennis only does butter landings. No, it's just camera stabilization that gives the impression of the soft landings. What does the course selector actually do on 737? It gives you the intercepted radial or bearing that you can intercept using Warlock. So basically it's it. You select the course, the runway, the course with the runway heading to intercept the ILS, or if you have the VR approach, you just set the course for the prescribed VR track for approach and you press the Warlock and it follows it. What happened with the uniform Romeo Golf Oscar Alpha? We don't have actively flying Boeing 767s anymore. Which year did you start work as a pilot? As in commercial aviation, I'm since 2009. I watched many cockpit videos. I saw up to 80-100 knots. All pilots push the yoke forward. this come from Boeing manual or No, we don't push. We push the yoke until 80 knots, a little bit forward. Flight crew training manuals says like that. And then after 80 knots, you release the pressure. Have you met any YouTuber pilot? Just online, not in real life. Did you know that if you live in Sweden, it's free of charge to be a pilot? Wow, I didn't know. If you have this kind of program, just go for it. Oh, that's why there are lots of pilots from in Sweden. They are working for Ryanair, some of the bloggers. Well, if it's free of charge, well, it's fantastic opportunity. If I think I can estimate that if you are Swedish, it's for free. Fantastic actually. Hi, I'm doing Bachelor in Aviation Technology in Seneca College, Canada. Is this good field and have job opportunities? Please answer my question. I don't know nothing about the Canada job opportunities. I know in the United States there are more opportunities compared to Canada since the market is bigger. But for the United States, you have to obtain the American pilot license. I don't think it's a big problem. But if you want to work for Air Canada, you may do your best to enter them, but to try to enter. But I don't know if they have recruitment nowadays. What are 4 red lights on the left side of the runway? Well, they're called PAPI. And they're for visual guidance. If you see them all red, it means you are very low. They should be too white to red for normal glide slope. Can you do cargo flights? Yeah, we carry cargo on the passenger flights. No problem with that. Hey there. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Okay guys, it's getting late. It's been 3 hours and 17 minutes for me speaking to you about main things. Thanks for your questions, and yeah, I need to work tomorrow with Boeing 737 MAX cases. The new chapter will be open on my channel. Robert from the Virtual Ukraine International Airline, he will help me with a flight simulator just to visualize what actually happened to the airplane. And I would say it's dramatic circumstances. You'll see that it's like a detective. So many events that happened there. Wow. And I will, as usual, Robert, don't rush. I will do the video probably next week about the MAX. And my friends, I want to shout out my best regards again to the people who supported me at this live stream. So Swain, Farstad, and Jennifer, potential airline pilot, John Kensington, Abdul H, again Swain Farstad, FlyUA Virtual, again FlyUA Virtual, again FlyUA Virtual, See the Gas Man, Gamer XT3, again John Kensington. My friends, thank you very much for support. You're very awesome, and you make this goal of the next flight simulator video to be released very, very soon. As always, yeah, I read your comments. As always, follow the awesome guy checklist. First, just like this video. After that, subscribe to this channel, because it's late. I'm talking already. Yeah, once again, Awesome guy checklist. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and finally ring the bell, whatever it means. Thank you very much for watching this video, and have a great time, my friends. Thank you for being with me today.